Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Welcome to another episode of What's Going On? What's going on? Yeah. Okay, first, no, Mr. Feeny. No, say it ain't so, Mr. Feeny. From page 6, Boy Meets World star William Daniels had an affair that left wife devastated. No, Mr. Feeny's a cheater. No, say it ain't so. Everybody's favorite teacher, Mr. Feeny. He was a freak. Bonnie Bartlett Daniels says she and husband William Daniels, who played beloved teacher Mr. George Feeny on Boy Meets World, never felt tied. They had an open marriage, never felt tied to fidelity at the beginning of their 72-year marriage. You see, ladies, right there, 72-year marriage. The key to a long-term marriage is having an open marriage. There's the key right there. But that changed when he had an affair. But it's an open marriage. I guess it was a little bit of an open marriage at first, but that was very painful. But so it wasn't an open marriage, so then what? Okay. Bartlett Daniels, 93, told Fox News Digital on Tuesday that didn't work well, and it was a time when people were doing that. No, Mr. Feeny was a freak. Mr. Feeny was a freak. No, back in the 60s, they didn't use condoms. They didn't do any of that, any birth control. They didn't do nothing. They just banged all willy-nilly. No, Mr. Feeny. She continued, it was a time in New York when there was a lot of sex and a lot of people doing all kinds of things, very free. No, Mr. Feeny. Mr. Feeny was a freak. Oh, man. And this is exactly what happens in real life. Once you graduate and then you see like your favorite teacher out in public and she's like, he or she is like drinking and they're all drunk. And you're like, but I loved you in high school. What is wrong? What is wrong with your life? What has happened to you? And that's exactly what happens. The Saint Elsewhere star who married Daniels in 1951 went on to reveal she had an affair that lasted a few... So then why did you put it on the headline that he had an affair and you were devastated? So you both did it. See, that's the key. That's the key to a long marriage. You both just got to fuck each other over and then just keep on going. I guess so. An affair that lasted a few months with an actor who was slightly boring sometime around 1959. I never felt guilty because I never felt tied to fidelity, and neither did Bill. She writes in her book, Middle of the Rainbow, Mr. Feeny was a freak. God. However, her now 95-year-old husband's affair with a producer in the 70s left Bartlett Daniels devastated and made her realize she could no longer tolerate any kind of open marriage. What? You had already had an affair. You just admitted to having an affair. So when Mr. Feeny does it, you're not going to hold Mr. Feeny, the greatest of all time, to the type of standards that you're not going to live by. You had an affair, so now Mr. Feeny's having an affair. No, ma'am. It was very painful for the both of us, she told the outlet, but it was something we had to go through because we never went through it. She continued, when we got together, I was 18. Bill was my first boyfriend. We just had to go through all that, and still we loved each other very much and always have. See, and this is very different from what's going on today, because the people that do that, the people that have those open marriages, they're fucking weirdos. And I'm talking about like there's like names for them, poly something and mono something. They have like weird labels and shit. Nah, man, back then it was just called an open marriage and you were just banging who you pleased. That's it. Nowadays, there's like a show, I think there's like a show, Sister Wives or something. These people are fucking crazy. The people that do this now, back then it was cool. Back then it was just normal, you have a wife and I guess an open marriage and you just go and bang whoever you want and she goes and she bangs whoever she wants. We have always been there for each other. That's what matters. If you're there for the person and help them along in a relationship, have respect for them and what they're doing and be there for them, you have to be together on the other side. Wow, I just got chills reading that. Could you imagine, bro, if you've both gone through an affair and still you love each other enough? Because I think that's what's happened here. You're looking at things where 72 years these people were together. Those type of people, see, they can deal with it, because in that generation it was like, okay, you get with someone, you stay with someone. If you break up, that looks really bad and people in society are going to really judge you for it. Dude, nowadays, if anything like this happened, vamonos, bro. The person who, doesn't matter, man or woman, nobody takes any kind of shit like this nowadays. And I think that's why, because all those people that do this kind of open marriage, and what is it called, like polyamorous and monoamorous and monosomosamorous or some kind of crap like that, they're all weirdos. And you see them and you're like, oh yeah, I can see why you people are like dating and then you have 3 other people in the fucking relationship.